Hello, I'm Dawn Kogan, and I work as a contact teacher for Interior Distance Education of Alaska, otherwise known as IDEA. I'm working in the Fairbanks area, and IDEA is a homeschool program operated by and through Galena City School District. And Galena City School District oversees educational activities for Sidney C. Huntington School, which is a K-8 school, and Galena Interior Learning Academy, which is a boarding school, and then, of course, IDEA. IDEA alone has over 4,000 homeschool students statewide, supported by certified contact teachers like myself in 6 of Alaska's largest communities. The mission of IDEA is to provide resources and support to parents who have elected to educate their children at home and to achieve a partnership with families that honors their efforts and dedication to homeschooling. IDEA was founded on giving parents a choice to provide one-on-one education to their children using individualized curriculum, materials, and educational methods while being held accountable to the Alaska state education regulations. My reaction to the ethical living chapter is that probably finding middle ground makes the most sense and makes ethical dilemmas easier. However, I realize that we live in the real world and that finding middle ground isn't always possible, especially when dealing with ill-structured problems. I want to be educated and experienced in common problem patterns and learn how to get to the heart of problems and be able to distinguish right versus wrong compared with right versus right decision making. And I hope that this knowledge will inspire me to choose a response that is appropriate for each individual problem or situation that might arise. Being cognitive about the 3 ways of thinking, such as ends-based, rule-based, and care-based reactions, will assist me in grappling with a variety of possible responses to each individual problem. And I realize that a one-size-fits-all technique will not work. A fear that I have about school law is the responsibility of overseeing the words and the actions of large staff. And I noticed that when a staff member harms a student, that oftentimes the administrator is fired or removed from the school. Although I do acknowledge that the greatest harm is done to the student in this scenario. One takeaway from the Alaska Character chapter is that I believe it's very accurate. As a 4th-generation non-native Alaskan, I am very familiar with the extreme diversity of Alaska's environment, people, and politics. And I believe it's no exaggeration or stretch of the truth that non-natives developed a sense of frontier individualism and self-reliance, laced with an attitude of moral superiority. This was quoted from page 28. Alaskans do band together to survive in a harsh land. We struggle with difficult social issues because of the isolation and the extreme environment that we live in. Thankfully, because of the Alaska Native Claims Act, Settlement Act, Alaska Natives did receive some of their great resources back under their jurisdiction when the U.S. government gave them title to 40 million acres divided by 220 native villages and 12 regional corporations. Alaska Natives belonging to these corporations were also given $462,500,000 to share and $500 million in mineral revenues from resources developed in our great state. I do want to mention, though, that where this article was lacking is that it didn't say anything about the fact that all of this money and land will probably never make up for what our Alaska Native citizens lost in their language and their culture due to westernization. And but overall, the Alaska Character chapter is a great resource reminding us of Alaska's rich history and unique value. I'm really looking forward to being in this class and learning more about the law and ethics of education. Thank you.